So I told myself I wasn't going to record today because talking without wisdom teeth that were previously there yesterday hurts a lot. A lot of stuff going on Discord, so there's going to be a lot of background noise. But we have a lot of Shulker shells and a new server. So Delusion, being himself, decided to fix an iron farm, and this thing is running smooth at a lot of villages. And something else is new. If we go ahead and log out, if you have been observant, you'll know that our old server is not in use because 2 gigabytes wasn't enough. We raised $205 and can now afford a 6 gigabyte RAM Minecraft premium server. So I ran a debug test. Actually, I'm not going to do it while I'm recording, but we are running at over 20 ticks per second with 768 villages running, 30k iron an hour flowing in here smooth. We can have as many people on as we want and everything is fine. And this is just a tremendous awesomeness. I'm going to coin that term, by the way. I'm going to stop talking because it hurts to move my mouth, but that's what we got going on. So me and Delusion are probably going to craft a bunch of shulker boxes, put them in here. Looks like a bunch of people already have. Holy crap. And then I'm going to fill them with iron. Alright, so you want to know how to craft these things easy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let me get some tools, because they're totally necessary. Oh, drop stuff on my feet. So, okay, so to craft shulker boxes, you need... I'll do a stack at a time. Where'd the chests go?
Here's a stack of chests.
Thank you. You take 1 shulker box, 2 shulker box, fill my inventory with something else, drop them on the ground, grab a stack of bone meal. So now I take the bone meal in the upper...
Oh, crap. No.
Put them down. In the upper left of my crafting, just so it's out of the way. 1, drop it, 1, drop it, 1, drop it, 1, drop it, and then you just repeat this process. Ta-da! And then that'll just go into the system. You know, I never mentioned this in my last video or whatever, where I showed these. All of this storage is just kind of backlog, and then every time you actually craft, like every time you move a box, it triggers this dropper, and that shoots up another one into the system. So that's kind of how this works. Nobody asked, but I'll tell you anyway.
A hopper will have the effect of now.
Guys,
Yeah.
I just came out into the spawn area through the portal for the first time on the new end island, and it looks so cool.
Yeah, it does.
Like, this is all. I will happily have this. I mean, we have to do a little bit more decoration, but this is good.
Oh no, Brandon.
And everything's better with Allison in the background. What are you doing?
No.
Look at the golems just pouring out of this thing. Holy shit. I know that this thing won't be running at full speed forever, so I really need to get some footage of this thing just going. This is how much we've got in terms of blocks. So shulker box storage is great. Delusion made a macro actually for crafting white ones, so we've got most of these full. And things are going well. In fact, with a new server, I think I already said this, we're running at 20 ticks per second. It's pretty smooth. So, just a little progress update. Me and Delusion have made an elevator for ender pearls to come up to here. So this is how we'll get in and out of the iron storage. And then you can just see that we've cleaned it up a little bit. Delusion went ahead and added all the glass up here. I'll have to fix that hole, clean it up a little bit, but this is what we got going on. Am I going to have enough pearls? Probably not. And then on top, Delusion, are you at the end yet?
Yep.
Okay. Any second now, he's going to turn on the sink. I think we're missing a string. Hold on a second. Oh, we're missing a ladder, and there are no strings. How is this even work? I don't care. So, can you turn it on? Well, there's an egg. Oh, okay. Yeah, the sand is stacking up. So this is where...
It's off.
Yep, alright. Jeez, man. You made so much in such a short time. Let's dump all that in here. Woohoo! We have a sorting system thing made here. So, this took embarrassingly long to make, because we tried to keep it as low as possible and the wiring didn't work, and then we forgot the observers for this. It was embarrassing. But this is what I'm thinking we're going to have. So this is all of the stuff coming in from the end. We got dragon eggs with there was string on top. You know, I'll talk about that in a second. I put the string on top because, well, people are idiots and I've never once had a dragon egg on a server not get right-clicked by somebody at some point. So what these are 11 wide, 11 long, 3 high chests. So it should be 3 1/3 or more million blocks per area here, which should be enough. 3 million blocks of each sand type, gravel, and dragon eggs. I mean, whatever. We cut out anvils. The guys kind of convinced me because the shape of the room wasn't going to work out with adding anvils, and they're really concerned about lag, and anvils are just not something you need to produce. So the wiring on top is just our basic Shulker box loaders. Yeah, I forgot the name real quick. I haven't actually put any Shulker boxes in the system. And we need 10 of these in a row. I put 11 because the items from the end are going to be coming in at about 86,000 items an hour, which should be enough. And the ender pearls will be a lot less, but still needed. And that's what this looks like. So I'm probably going to make a schematic, see if this will fit inside of the island. It'll be tight if it does, but if it doesn't, then we'll make a separate island. But yeah, some guys on the server were opposed to my idea of having this much storage for such trivial items, and I really don't like that line of thought. I think on Minerva we should go big or not try, because, I mean, what's the point of holding back? I mean, this is going to be like 60 double chests per item. In total, this thing is, let's back up here, look on Optifine. It's not even 600 tile entities. This is not bad. This isn't bad at all. But I think we'll be okay, and I definitely want to go with this, and we'll see how it looks. Seeing these things pop out is still so cool. Look how fast. Epic idea. So I've loaded the schematic on the world, and I hate building down, so I'm not going to. I've just had the idea to have this thing as kind of an extension of the island up here, and then the entrance can be through this wall. So the wiring would have to be lower, so I'd probably just move it back, going that way, and then down so you don't see any of the wiring, and then through here would be a tunnel to get into here. And of course this will be too wide when I'm done with it. And then this can just be all mined out wherever there, and then just extended, and then we can make the island like this similar shape, but extended out here. I think that would look amazing, but I don't know.
A good tunnel here, but
Yeah, this looks totally safe. Wow. Good thing that players can't nudge each other in this version. I will collect all of the blaze rods. Found some popped chorus fruit.
nice.
How do you make a... I have a stack and a half of light sticks, I call them.
Why? This isn't actually that amazing. I don't see that.
Jeffy, this is incredible.
Oh god, I almost fell off. But this isn't that cool. Like, this isn't that... Ow.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because you tried punching me off and then you fell off yourself because I punched you.
Oh,
Welcome,
hey.
new member. I've put you on YouTube, so now you have to play. Is that how that
Okay.
works?
I guess.
I don't know. Everyone knows that Doomageddon's about to tear shit up. It's gonna be the most active member ever.
Exactly.
So this is a server. This is where we build stuff sometimes. So, never mind her background. So, what we got here is, well, okay, I should say this now. The storage room is mostly done. We need sorters for gravel and eggs. But the sand duper is going on in the end, and it's producing sand while we're testing this. And the hopper synchronizers are totally keeping up just fine. I think, what was it, 4 sand got by? But that was probably just lag, yeah, and eggs aren't sorted yet. And Crime Lord is just asking why we use shulker boxes. So you can see that none of these chests are full right now. Now we've got our shulker box loader, linked to everything I've mentioned in the description. Each of these shulker boxes are being filled at, coincidentally, the exact same rate, because that's just the system I used here. And when the shulker box is full, the full shulker box will be moved into storage, so we can effectively store 27 times the amount of sand that we normally could. So even though these are only 3 by 11 areas of chests, each of them can store over 3,360,000 items. So, yeah. And then each of these are filled with 21 shulker boxes. That's only because the amount of shells we had divided by the amount of spaces, 44 we had, I made 21 and put them in each. And it took forever. So Hopefully somebody will appreciate my efforts. I've just done some quick math in my head, and I realize when these shulker boxes are full, and most of them, I mean, they're all already more than halfway, when those shulker boxes come through, we're going to have over 5 double chests, 281 stacks of sand coming in. I had to start and stop recording. So this is just a typical sand duper we're using. It's super hard for me to load. But yeah, there will be a link to this in the description. After running the sand generator for a while, we found that there were some issues with our old design, which we did not know because we didn't stress test it. Apparently we were butting these dispensers and that was messing things up, and we've seen this in practice on our world. So I've got this design, which I've modified originally by El Mango. He sent me a picture on Imgur, and it was of a system similar to this. I've only added the overflow system, and I haven't tilted that wiring because this would be tileable. Now this looks like it'd be totally reliable. I've been testing it here for a while now. I've asked him to make a video on this with me, so we could talk about this and the other designs and why this one doesn't work and why others do. And of course, when I upload this, I would have gotten an answer on that, so you're in the past if you're watching this. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so this is the design that we're looking at now. I legitimately don't think it could be smaller than this because you've got your monostable here to keep the you got your, not monostable here, but you got your T flip-flop here to store the data so that it's full, it's filling, and then when it's full it'll trigger once more. And then it'll just keep cycling through them. And then we can use a half slab instead of soul sand, which is a little cheaper for us at this point in our world. It's a little late in the day, so not too much more to say on this. We're making a little mini perimeter. I know this is in the main episode and has nothing to do with what we're doing, but I think it's important because this is a big plan. So then you'd have the mob farm perimeter, and then this is subject to change, by the way. I think a perimeter for a squid farm might be a little underkill, so we'll probably have to go bigger. Okay, so then that would be the string farm. By the way, what side these are on is arbitrary and meaningless. Except for the slime farm, I think slimes can spawn at any Y level, as long as the light's low enough.
No, they can.
Can they
Oh,
not?
slime.
It's below 40, I think.
Yeah.
Even in, no, they can spawn at night in witch huts, or swamp mines. So this is why I say it's going to be an octagon. You see, we're going to connect these at the corners. So let's call a witch hut, and then the storage room would be, obviously, because we're going to do a shulker box system. So let's make signs so he understands. Back to YouTube. This is kind of what I've always been thinking for this perimeter. We'll have the witch huts and the storage room in the middle, surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4 more perimeters, and then we'll just connect them diagonally with something in the middle maybe. And I'd assume all of these perimeters will have chunk loaders like so, loading the storage room so that as you're producing all of the items, it'll all be going back to the sorting system automatically. So like this would just be one gigantic, you know, and each of these perimeters would be about 301 by 301 blocks. So plenty of room for it to work. And they'd all be dug to bedrock and everything. So that's the Minerva Octagon.
Yeah.
So this is the second island they're talking about. Alright, so I should mention this in the video because this is all about us building the storage room, which was right here. It's built in survival, and it's all good, but this design was apparently swapped out. The shulker box loader we use is apparently flawed. Il Mango sent me a screenshot of this, and then I tried to improve it, and honestly I don't think it can be. I think this is about as small as it gets, and it's more reliable. So we're probably going to build that, and the guys decided to make an island, which is absurd to me because the storage room is already built, but we are a democracy and I was outvoted. So this looks like what we're going to do. We're going to have a tunnel leading from the main island, going to a storage island, where everything will be stored. And that's their idea, which I think is fine. We'll do that.
What the heck?
That's Zed playing with command blocks.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to end this in survival because essentially we got what we wanted done today, even though this is like 3 or 4 days later. I just got my wisdom teeth removed, So if you don't know why that would stop me from uploading, you can ask somebody in the comments. Suffice to say, it hurts to talk right now. So this is our temporary storage. I'm going to call it a win because we did what we wanted, but this is broken because it diagonally powers dispensers. And the rest is fine. You know, it's good. It's whatever. But we tested it. Sand comes in at very fast. And can you hear that in the background? Oh man, that's terrible. And a little update on the iron farm. Literally nothing has changed, but I just love to, you know, make excuses to watch the golems die. So things are going pretty well on the server, and yeah. I'm gonna start advertising our Discord a little bit more. So we have a Discord server where all of us talk. No one's online, and it's probably the best way to get on the server because a lot of people apply and then we reach out to them and they never get back to us. So like, if you just want to talk to us, hang out, see future projects, we post screenshots and talk publicly about plans for the server constantly in Discord. So that's a great place to hang out if you're just bored one day. Feel free to check it out. Link to that in like every video description in the past few months. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. But that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I told myself I wasn't going to record, but I was just over here watching the golem spawn like I do quite frequently. And there was this honeycomb over here. Look at them, they're like little fish. It turns out somebody built a Moses. Oh wow, they really... Is that facing the wrong way? I think so. That's embarrassing. It might not be. They told me I'm wrong, but I don't know. Wow, looks like they're really doing it. Okay, so the temple is overlapping the spawn chunks. This is something I didn't know about until just now. Yeah, I think this is facing the wrong way. That's just great. And there's my beeper going off. But yeah, so guess the Guardian Temple's about to be cleared. And they just seem to be cleaning it up right now. What is holding this sand up? Hold on a second. Oh, okay, okay. Well, there you go. The temple's in progress. Next episode, maybe? ...